Over the course of your life, you will come across many different types of women. Those that will test you, others that will be submissive right away, and others that will just nag you whenever they get the chance. Learning to stay grounded whilst holding your confident masculine frame is key here. By understanding this one principle of how to hold your frame confidently, you will see yourself dominate not only in your dating life, but also when it comes to your social life, job, business, and sports. Why? Because you will be able to stand up for yourself and have a direct hit on your target without dancing around the bush. Confidence is what separates a high-value man from a low-value man. Just think about it. Two men can say the same thing but have different reactions from people depending on the confidence with which they said the statement. This video will focus primarily on the female and male dynamics and how to master an unbreakable and confident masculine frame. Make sure to try these 6 methods for yourself as well. Number 1. Remember, it's a game. Learn it, and then dominate. You need to understand the game when it comes to females and the weapons in your arsenal. Females rely on their appearance and stance. Pretty ones don't need a game, to be honest. They just sit back and act nicely. And without putting much energy, they will have guys come up to them. In contrast, males rely on their skills, knowledge, and of course, power. If you have a well-toned body, you got your points on strength. But experience is something more significant. You must have seen a girl accompanied by a man almost a decade older than her. She'll tell you she likes him because of his experience and what he can do for her. This is what you call mastering your frame. Remember, with experience and strength comes responsibility. And if you don't like to take a responsibility, you're not a good fit for her. You may not be as adorable as you think, but you can have any woman if you tell her what she wants to hear. What makes most women tingle are the words, "I can do that." It's the most simple and obvious show of confidence. Women admire men with confidence. Why? Because they know what to do and how to do it. And that's considered manly. "I can do that" is a powerful and exciting phrase for females. If the man has the solution to her problem, that's the biggest turn-on for a woman. And that can be anything from fixing household things to making her happy, fighting for her, and whatnot. Not just for women, if you're able to do anything. Or at least make it seem as though you can do anything. You will see the respect men have for you go through the roof. Because remember, a man is a house for solutions. Having this ability to provide solutions can only happen once you have mastered yourself. 2. Testing your partner. Girls tend to mate test. They do or say something to get a reaction from out of you. Mate testing is a natural practice. If you're scared of it, your mindset is feminine. If you're not famous, you'll get mate tested to some extent. Those who are famous don't get tested because 1. Women have already made up their minds to have sex with them, get their attention, or have their problems solved. And secondly, women know that testing these types of people will inevitably push them away. You can ask people who often gets women. They will tell you that they often get mate tested by women. Some common tests include getting labeled as playboys or being called too short. Women do these silly things to judge your reaction. Most women do this subconsciously without even realizing it, to qualify their partner as the right candidate. And this is where you should be calm. If you take their words personally, that's it. She might change her mind and bid farewell. Once again, being in total control of your mindset is key here. Don't let anyone get inside your head. Most times, if you're not getting tested, you're not in their list at all, unless you're a celebrity or a famous personality. If a woman doesn't like you, she won't interview you, and will probably tell other females to stay away from you. This is where your looks make an impact. In fact, your looks determine how much you're going to be tested and what sort of responses girls will expect. Number 3. Don't waste your time looking on the past. Regrets will make you suffer. And this is something men learn very late in life. Learn to avoid those bad feelings of rejection and move on. The sooner you learn to do it, the better. Rejection is part of the game. Early life is important to a certain extent, but when you reach adulthood, in your 20s, that's when you should prepare yourself for the female game. Similarly, female in their early to mid-20s tend to play this game, and rightly so. It's the optimum point of their life when they have the best looks. They're full of desires and emotions. They want to conquer the world's best. Upon reaching the late 20s, most of them marry. It's the opposite for men. As they grow up, they learn, earn skills, and get experience. So if you're in your teenage, keep learning and increasing your knowledge and experience. Unlike women, a man's prime is based on two factors. Firstly, age, and secondly, how successful you are. On average, men become successful and experienced from mid-20s to late 30s. Number 4. Grooming is the key. Now, don't confuse yourself with fashion models or those you often see on your TV screen or Instagram. Reality is quite different, and you have no excuses for it. Do not complain about being too short. You need to understand that anything you cannot control is of no use crying over. In fact, that's the first basic principle of mastering confidence, which is to forget everything you cannot control. Why? Because your attention, just like your seed energy, can be allocated to better use. For example, if you are short, then focus on your strength. Plus, physical grooming and looks will help you in your day-to-day life. When you're in your best shape, you have the confidence to deal with anything or anyone, especially women. So if you've been weak throughout your childhood, pay attention to your body. Start lifting. Workout and exercises not only put you in shape, they help you avoid a lot of health issues. Ask your overweight friend how terrible carrying weight is. You will be thankful for not facing the sufferings other people do. There's a saying that every man is a 10 out of 10. It's just a matter of working on your weak points. Number 5. Your dating life is like a domino effect. I just mentioned being a hot commodity among women. There's one more thing that makes you the target for other women, and that's gossiping. You may have heard about men that end up having sex with their girlfriend's friends. That's because she can't help telling them how great you've been. You're not responsible for this. Being women, they share everything with their friends, and sexual encounters are hot topics girls want to talk about and listen to. Such gossips make you more desirable to your mate's friends. This is what a domino effect looks like. Now, this is no excuse to break your vows you have made to a woman to chase the other dominoes. A high-value man's entire life is based on fighting the evil within him. Chasing after momentary pleasure over the word you have given to a woman is nothing short of that. Number 6. Embrace the abundance mindset. Don't feel depressed if you got rejected by a woman or her friends, and don't add stress on yourself by waiting for her to hold you back. Because here's the harsh reality. She won't. Waiting for someone to come back makes you miserable and desperate. A high-value man is never desperate, even though this is easier said than done, especially if you just had a breakup. But slowly begin to get back to the fun life you had before. Bring yourself to a calm state where you are confident and all-round masculine. You are bound to impress other women with your attitude and strength. When your previous girls see you having fun, there will be more chances of her to get you back. At this point, ask yourself, should I let me past troubles come back into my life? She'll tell herself that she didn't know you were that interesting. This is called abundance mentality, which doesn't come naturally to men, but to women. They know that they're being chased by so many men, so they don't usually care. If you adopt this mentality, you'll feel more relaxed. Abundance means more options. And when you create more options by proving your manliness, more women will get attracted. By the way, don't forget to show some love. Tap that subscribe button and hit like for the algorithm. To see the next best way to level up as a man, watch these videos here.